Hey everyone, it's Alex from Salon 01. I have Kayla here today and Stephanie Allen. Kayla's one of our estheticians and then Stephanie's one of our hairstylists. And today we are going to talk about the new Jane Iredale Contour Kits that we just got, which are pretty cool. And just in time for spring and spring looks and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
All right, so Kayla, take it away.
Okay, so we're super excited about these kits. As you can see, it does have a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer. And then she's also formulated kind of a warm palette and then more of a cool palette. And on Stephanie, we are going to do the warm because she does have that red hair, so pink would look a little crazy on her. I already have a primer on Stephanie's skin because you do want to hydrate the area and give something that's going to help everything stick, because when we do go into spring, it is going to start to warm up. You're probably going to become a little bit more oily. You might get a little hot throughout the day, so you want everything to kind of stay on there even if you sweat a little bit. So nice and primed. I am going to start with a BB cream. So Jane Iredale has these nice little BB creams. They actually are full coverage. They are called Glow Time, and they have SPF 25 in there. There are different shades depending on your skin tone, and you can always come into the salon and we can actually match you. Stephanie has a little bit of a red undertone to her skin, so we want to keep it more neutral and add in a little bit of a yellow to kind of, neutralize out that area. So to apply this, I'm going to use one of the Jane Iredale brushes here. As you can't really see, but it is very soft, and when I use it on her, it's just going to kind of blend in everything and make sure you don't have that streaky feeling that sometimes you have with a liquid foundation. So I'm going to use this POMMISST setting spray. It's also a hydrator, just to kind of get my brush a little bit damp so it glides on there. And I'm going to spread on some of this BB cream onto Stephanie's skin. Not too much because you don't want to feel like you have a ton of makeup on. The goal is to have a natural, polished look. And then I'm going to blend it. So as I'm doing this, you're going to notice that the redness is going to begin to kind of neutralize.
What are you using to blend it?
One of our Jane Iredale brushes.
What kind of brush is that?
It is a blending brush, like I said just a minute ago, to blend.
What's the difference between like a Jane Iredale like blending brush or like one that you can just like get at the store? Why are these like great?
So this is her brushes do not use animal hair, anything like that. So if sometimes you'll be using your brushes and then you'll get like a reaction or whatnot and you don't really know why. A lot of people think it's to the makeup, but sometimes it's because you might have a reaction to the actual hair that the brushes are made out of. So these are hyperallergenic and easy to clean.
That's a fun fact that I didn't know about.
Yes. So, on Stephanie as well, I'm taking it down on her neck, which that's something that everybody wants to do because you don't want your face to be a different color than your décolleté. And we need to protect that area because most of the time that's going to be showing in the sun as well.
And you always want to wear SPF, right? Like even when it's like not sunny out?
Even when it's not sunny, because the sun is still shining. Most of us know like when it is cloudy but it's still warm outside, you're probably going to get a sunburn. More than you would on a sunny day because we're just not thinking about it.
That sounds exciting.
Stephanie, how's that feel?
Feels good.
Feels good.
Nice and light. I don't feel like I have a ton of makeup on.
Good. So, for someone that wants that dewy finish, you could leave with a BB cream on, go out throughout your day. I love just wearing a BB cream because I kind of like that shiny look, but some people don't. So, we are going to set this with a powder. Also, Stephanie is, she's going to keep this on for the rest of the night, and I bet you're going to get a little bit hot. She's actually going to go to a Pacer game, so we want this to last. So I am going to set her with that POMMISST that I just showed you. This is going to help lock in the BB cream. It also smells amazing, and it's just adding a little bit more hydration so that we don't dry out the area. Now I'm going to take a little bit of concealer to kind of brighten up the areas like underneath her eyes and then here in the nose area to kind of illuminate that area so that we don't have to use a lot of the shimmer in a highlighter. So this one is Circle Delete 2. There are actually a few different types of concealers from Jane Iredale. And again, you can always come in, we can test it out. You'll notice that there are 2 different colors. That is because when you conceal an area, you're not actually wanting to illuminate it and attract the eye to the area, you're wanting to neutralize it. So we want it to be the same color as the rest of her skin. So for her, I actually did mix both the peach and this neutral color. And for you, you know, it might be different, and we can always help you out with that here at the salon. This is a concealer brush. It's actually a foundation brush. It's a little bit thicker than a concealer brush, but I like it because you have a little bit more room to work with, and you can get that patting motion. Because if you do run this along her eye like this, you're gonna get streaks, which we do not want. So I just have a little bit on there. Go ahead and look up for me, and then I'm gonna do a triangle here underneath the eye. So going up into the temple, triangle, and then under here. And then I'm gonna pat to blend it. And yes, I am doing this on top of the BB cream, just because if I did it underneath and then I did that BB cream and used the brush, it would smear all this, and you would get those streaks that we just talked about.
Stephanie, what are you doing at the pastry game today?
Oh, you know, just a little paste mate hair tonight. So that'll be fun.
That'll be nice.
Yes.
Good Friday night.
Yes.
Go Pacers!
Go Pacers!
So I'm going to do that to the other area, other side of the eye.
Kayla, are you going to be at the pastry game tonight?
I am going to be at the Pacer game. Salon 01 sponsors the Pacemates. We take care of all their hair needs.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun.
You get the best of both worlds.
I do. I'll be dancing there tonight. Stephanie's doing my hair.
Stephanie, when you guys do the Pacemates hair, is there something special that you guys do or spray? Because, you know, you do it fairly quickly.
We use a lot of finishing spray by Aquage, mainly because it is formulated more for like photo shoots where you can set that style, but then also if we need to kind of redo it, we can brush it out, re-tease, recurl, and it doesn't build up on the hair. So we do a lot of that one.
It's good with humidity too.
Yes,
She
it
taught
does
me
help.
that.
It does help with that as well.
Okay, so I have her concealer on. I've blended it, and I actually took it down here in the nose area too to kind of open up that area. And now I'm actually going to set her with one of the Jane Iredale pressed powders. These also have a little bit of SPF in there. I believe, yes, SPF 20. A cool thing about these powders, they're going to give you a lot of coverage, but the way that you apply them, it doesn't take a lot to put it on. You're going to use one of these Buku brushes. This is also one of the Jane Iredale brushes. I'm going to show you here, if you overwork this powder on the face, it's actually going to buff out the minerals in the powder. You're not going to get the SPF aspect, and you're also not going to get the coverage. So when I put it on Stephanie, you're going to see that I'm just going to do a few strokes, and then I'm going to let it set. So on the forehead, I'm going to start in the middle, and then I'm going to brush out to the temple, out to the temple. Then I'm going to take it underneath the eye and down, because you want the minerals to lie flat. Underneath the eye and down. And then you're going to do that on the nose area, and right here on the chin, and then take it down on the neck. And that's all there is to it. You don't need to sit here and rub it in, because again, you would basically not be getting any use out of it. So, we have our base. We're gonna set one more time with that POMMISST spray. You're probably thinking, holy cow, you've used that 3 times. But you can never have enough hydration, and we don't want any of this to set in anyone's lines. Stephanie doesn't have lines, but... And then here's where the contour kit comes in. So we're using, again, the warm on her. And we're gonna start with this bronzer right here. I'm actually gonna use the angle brush. If you use something kind of thin like this, you're not gonna get a lot of the blush or bronzer like globbing on there. So if you use a small area, then you can actually blend it in and keep everything kind of lifted. So a little bit goes a long way, especially with this bronzer. I'm gonna find the top of her ear, and then I'm gonna kind of just come down to about the middle of her cheek. Not too close to the nose. The rule kind of is 2 fingers worth of a distance. And blend it up into the hairline so that you don't see the separation. So this is just lifting, kind of giving some definition to your cheekbone. So again, top of the ear and blend it down. If you feel like you want more of like a sun-kissed look, you can take this on the forehead, more up in this area. And for Stephanie, we don't need to do that. I personally think I have a large forehead, so I take it on my forehead, but she does not have a large forehead. So after that, you're going to take your blush here. Some people like a lot of blush. I personally do. Stephanie likes a more lighter kind of blush color. You're actually going to take this on the apple here. I just told you about the 2-finger rule. So 2 fingers away, little bit of a circular motion, and then also blend that up into where you just put the bronzer. And same thing over here. The higher the better, just because if you do take this down here, it's going to actually pull your face down. You're wanting everything to be lifted up. That'll make us look younger. So there's her blush. And then you can hit yourself with this highlighter. Don't go crazy with it because since it is such a light color, you can actually make yourself look white. We don't want to do that. Take a little bit right here in this, I say, half moon shape. If you're ever going to be in a wedding or anything with photo shoots or whatnot, you're not really going to want to actually use a highlighter because it will not photograph well. You'll kind of look like you have a flashlight coming at you. But on a normal day, you can definitely illuminate the area. Again, if you're someone that wants to focus on your forehead, you can take a little bit of highlighter in here, and then we can take a little bit on her nose. And that's really all there is to it. We will actually set her one more time. Do you want some lip gloss?
Sure.
Let's finish off with lip gloss.
Are you liking it, Stephanie?
I am.
This is Jane Iredale as well. PureGloss. This is Sugar Plum. I love these glosses. There's a million different shades. We have them all here at the salon. It does have a little bit of a sticky texture, so it lasts, and a little bit of pigment, so it does kind of stain the lip, so you're gonna feel like you're getting a use out of both aspects, color and gloss. Go ahead and pat. Beautiful. And then there we have it.
There you have it. Cool. So then a quick recap. What are the 3 main products that you use?
So we used Glow Time BB cream. We used a press powder to set that. If you're wanting a more full look, remember you can always just use your BB cream and you can always just use your powder. And then the big one was the contour kit, which has your bronzer, blush, and highlighter.
And if you want to keep your skin feeling and looking nice and hydrated, what's the one that you use the most?
The hydrator, POMMISST setting spray.
Smells amazing.
It does smell amazing. And there also is a lime one that we have here at the salon. So if you like the smell of lime a little bit better, then this is similar to like a pomegranate smell, I would say.
Sweeter smell.
Yes, more sweet.
All right, cool. Well, Kayla here. Stephanie Allen here, and I'm Alex, and I didn't do anything other than just present to you guys their awesomeness. So if you have any questions, or if you ever want to get your makeup done by Kayla, you can make appointments. The number here is 317-580-0101. Or if you ever want your hairstyle for a special occasion, or if you're just going to the pastry game and you want to dance it out with Kayla, Stephanie can do your hair too. Again, that number is 317-580-0101. And that's it. Have a great weekend. See you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.